Gotta get more followers.
Everyone, today's the day. Thanks, by the way, everyone, for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Guys, on Monday, I put up an interview with the founders of TradeDay, James and Steve. I had a fantastic time talking to them. Hopefully, you were able to watch that video in its entirety. Guys, I know it was rather long, but I think it was chock full of information. I realized TradeDay is not for everyone, and that's okay. That's what makes the world go around. But guess what? TradeDay is for me. I love the fact that these guys are backing up traders with their own capital. That is a big benefit, and there's plenty of other benefits to be had. But guys, I said I'd be signing up. I said I'd be trying out. And today is the day, guys. So I'm going to do a few things in this video, and I will put timestamps down below. First things first, let's sign up. I'm going to sign up on video. Obviously won't show my payment information, but I'll get my account up and running. So I did already sign up for the free 14-day trial just because I wanted to, get my account set up. And it is Tradovate, so I wanted to get Tradovate up and running on my VPS, which is Ninja Trader Mobile, and get that link to Jigsaw. So there's a bit of setup there. So I've got all of that linked already. So since I already have an account and I have it all linked up, once I actually sign up for the evaluation process now, it'll be a quick transition now to trading that. But we'll go through the sign up process. So last night, thinking ahead, one thing I like to do, and I haven't really talked about this before I sign up for any evaluation, I like to think through just what are the parameters? What is the profit goal? What are the limitations? Is there a scaling plan? What's the daily drawdown? Is there a consistency rule? All of those things. So, and I like to map that out. And not only do I map it out, but I like to think of it in terms of ticks. So I trade pretty much exclusively the Ultra Bond, and I will say for this evaluation, I'm only going to trade the Ultra Bond. I'm going to be making daily videos showing every single trade that I take, talking you through them, and also kind of documenting my progress. So it's kind of 2 for 1. I'm going to be doing trading videos every day, showing my trades and showing my progress through the TradeDay evaluation. Where I was going with that before I got distracted is that in today's video, first I'm going to do the sign up, but then I'm going to show you the notes that I make. I make notes for myself where I translate what the goals are and what the limitations are to ticks. I like to think of things in terms of how many ticks, how many contracts am I going to be trading, and how many ticks does that mean in terms of how much do I need to make and how much can I lose before I break a rule. So we're going to go through all that, and then on top of that, I took it a step further and I kind of dive into my stats. So I'm going to walk you through all that. If you want to stick around for it, again, there's timestamps down below. I think it's a good exercise that more people should do, and here's why. I often see traders jump into any trader valuation and then they're surprised by something. They're surprised by the trailing drawdown that other companies have, or they're surprised that there's a scaling plan or a daily loss limit or any of those things. And really, guys, it should not be a surprise. I'm going to be very blunt in this video. I think a lot of people need to take trading a little bit more serious. They're taking the trader valuations almost as like a lottery or as a casino. Like, I'm just going to sign up and go for it. And if I pass, great. And if I don't pass, oh well. Well, guys, that's not a long-term recipe for success in trading. So before I get too high on my horse, let's go ahead and sign up for TradeDay first things first. So guys, I'm already logged in. I normally don't show my accounts, but on this one, I'm going to go for it. I don't think there's much you can do with it. Canadian Futures Trader, so all accounts start with TD, which is TradeDay_. So let's go ahead and upgrade our membership. Sorry, I have my screen kind of truncated here. So I'm signing up for the advanced. You know me, whatever the biggest account size is, that is what I am taking. Okay guys, so I will obviously take care of the actual signing up and my personal information off the screen, but I did want to show you the discount code in action, guys. So if you scroll down past the kind of billing and stuff info, right here, have a coupon. I'm going to enter CFT promo, hit enter. You see it thinking, it's thinking. Something happened, guys. If we scroll back up here, $227 a month. So we dropped off essentially $100. So it's currently 30% off, and I'm, yes, blatantly going to use my own promo code. I did, of course, check with the folks at TradeDay to make sure that would be okay with them before I did so. But of course, you are all free to do that. So I am now going to enter all my information. I'm going to choose CBOT. That is the only market I need. That is where the treasuries trade. And I will then pay and get signed up. So I will come back. I'll smash edit right here to being signed up.
That's the way I like it.
It's good.
I want it through all the steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, guys, so all signed up. You get a series of emails. Obviously, I paid with PayPal, so I got some from PayPal just confirming payment, etc. Some from TradeDay saying I've created a subscription. And then this is kind of the final email just saying they've created my trading account, giving me instructions. Long story short, though, I can just log in to Tradovate and I will see my evaluation account and we can get started. So it is technically Wednesday's trading day right now. It is 6:45 p.m. Eastern time, so the market is open, so we could technically trade. Now, I am usually not one to trade in the evenings, and I have no intention of kind of breaking that rule. But what I will do here is let's log in and just take a look at it and see that it is set up.
Oh, this is a good start. This is a real good start, guys.
Okay, guys, so here we are on my desktop. I've got Jigsaw open. I created a specific workspace. It looks the same as my traditional workspace, but you might see right here, Treasuries, MacBook Air, which I'm trading on, and TradeDay. So this will be my setup for TradeDay. So let's go ahead and connect TradeDay. So like I mentioned, I already set up my connection and all this stuff using the 14-day free trial. If anything, I recommend you do that just to give Tradovate a try and get it all customized how you like, so you're not killing any time in the evaluation. And then it's obviously easy to sign up, so I'm going to go ahead and connect. And there we go. Green means connected. So I can go ahead and minimize this, and you're seeing the data populate already. So guys, so obviously I use Jigsaw. I know very few of you use Jigsaw, but if you do, it's simple as that. I didn't go through setting up the connection, but it's very easy. But let's open Tradovate because this is something I haven't shown you guys really before. Okay, guys, and this is Tradovate. So I downloaded Tradovate's app for Windows, but you can log in through a browser as well. I have this set up how I like it. Now, again, I don't trade off charts, so I keep a very basic setup. I think all these indicators were just the defaults that were here when I signed in. The only thing I did obviously customize, I changed it to the Ultra Bond and the Ultra Bond over here. But that said, you can see here, now that I'm signed up, we have our account number and equity, 100K. So this is our 100K account. One thing I wanted to maybe show you as well, I'm just gonna like squish this here. If I was to enter, I'm gonna enter a 4-lot contract. So I'm just gonna enter a buy order way down here. So right here in Jigsaw, you see my 4-lot buy order. Now, obviously, it's the evening. Nothing is happening. This is why, by the way, guys, I don't trade the evenings. You can see here on Tradovate, I'm just going to make this big now. And obviously, I actually don't want this to hit. So if I have to cancel it, I will. This is Tradovate. This is Tradovate's depth of market. Obviously, not nearly as in depth as Jigsaw. That's why I use Jigsaw. But you see this 4-lot. So, and if I cancel this here, just gonna squish this, you'll see the Ultra Bond 1 disappear over here on Jigsaw as well. So I'm going to X this, and it disappeared here. So the point of that is just showing that whatever I do in Jigsaw is going to happen. I mean, it's all Tradovate, right? It's just whether you look at it through this platform or this platform, it's the same account. So with that said, we're gonna tuck this away. Yeah, since I've logged in, there's quite literally been next to no trading activity. And I have filters set on my ticker tapes, which is why it's not registering the few trades that did happen, not mine, but the few trades that did happen. So guys, we are all set up to rock and roll. Tomorrow is the point. So I want to get to the next part of this video where I think through the parameters of trading. What's the profit goal? What's the daily loss limit? How many contracts can I do? And most important, I'm going to translate things into terms of ticks. I very much trade thinking of ticks. I'm looking for max 2-3 tick loser. I'm looking to get 3 to 4 ticks winner. Trading the treasuries, that is it's an easier exercise than if you were doing like an NQ. NQ is always a good kind of folly to the treasuries, just because it moves so rapidly that, this sort of thinking through ticks and whatnot might not work as well with something like NQ, at least not on an order flow depth of market platform. But let's get to that whole part of the video. Okay guys, so I actually put this together last night, laying in bed on my iPad. This is quite literally though what I do before starting any evaluation. So first thing I do is I write down the promo code immediately. CFT promo for 30% off trade day this week only. Guys, I'm in the 100K evaluation. The goal is $4,000. I trade the Ultra Bond, which is $31.25 per tick, per lot, per contract, per car, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be trading 4 contracts, 4 lots, 4 cars. You can scale up as you make additional profit with trade day. I'm not going to. I'm just going to trade this whole evaluation with 4 lots to make the math easier, and just because I know I can. I know I can pass trading 4 lots, no problem. Trading 4 lots, every tick is $125. It's the $31.25 times 4. So, but let's deduct commissions, and I'm going to use round numbers here, and I'm rounding down $110 per tick. So basically every tick that I make or lose is $110 after commissions and all things said. So putting that again in terms of ticks, the $4,000 goal divided by 110 is 37 ticks. So our goal is to net 37 ticks. Let's move on. So there is a consistency rule with trade day. You can't make more than 30% in a day. Guys, I'm going to do my best to restrain right here. I see people complain about consistency rules all the time. This isn't even a factor to me. You know what? Like, usually the people who complain are, well, what if I have a really good day? That's not fair. That's not real life. Tough. You're in an evaluation. They want to see that you can actually trade day in and day out. A lot of times people almost feel entitled, like they should be able to just pass in one day and be done. Guys, you are trying out for a company. They're evaluating you to trade their money. So guess what? You get to play by the rules. So there's a little bit of tough love. And honestly, when I see people complaining about this, I almost immediately chalk them up as someone who's not going to pass anyways. So if you can't abide by having to make 30% per day, you could quite literally still pass this in 4 days, less than a week. So stop your bitching. $4,000 times 0.3, the most I can make in any day is $1,333. No big deal. If I think of that in terms of ticks, it's 12 ticks. So the most I can make in any one day is 12 ticks, and I'm perfectly happy with that. The daily loss limit is $1,000. Divide that by 110. The most I could lose in any one day is 9 ticks. Okay, so we're starting to put together a bit of the puzzle here, right? We know what's the most we can make, what's the most we can lose. I did not factor in, they have a trailing drawdown. It is not live. I want to emphasize that. It is an end of day drawdown. Now the number is bigger than 1,000, and I quite honestly don't remember what it is. It might be 2,500, it might be 2,000. I think it's 2,500. I don't care. If I have more than a few losing days, I'm going to be reevaluating and looking all that stuff up. You'll see here on the next slide, the most we could lose, I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but anyways, the max profit is 12 ticks. The max daily loss is 9, but I'm going to self-impose a limit of 5. So if I lose 5 ticks, 1, 2, 3 days in a row, something's not going right. So I'm going to reevaluate anyways. So that's why I'm kind of not worried about that end of day trailing drawdown, because it's not even going to factor in until about the 3rd or 4th day. And by then, if I'm losing day after day, I'm going to have to look into something like, what am I doing wrong? I will say I'm fairly confident in my abilities and my skills that it's not going to be a factor. And we're going to get to stats here in a second. So again, our goal is a net of 37 ticks, between the winners and losers. So if we want to get to the extra geeky stats, this is my actual trading stats. I track all my trades. I use Journalytics. You can use any trade journaling software. You can write them down by hand if you want, but it's obviously a lot of work. Over time, my win rate has stayed very consistent. It's quite literally between 62 and 65% over the last 2 years with the treasuries. So my current average over the last year is 64% winners. My losers, I lose 30% of my trades, and then I break even, no win, no loss on 6%. Yes, you lose on the commissions, but whatever. That's the 100%. Also, my average winner is 3.8 ticks. My average loser is 2.6 ticks. This is where I've spent a lot of time over the last year. This used to be lower. It was about 3.1, 3.2. I've put a lot of effort into upping this, trying to get it increased, like holding on to those winners a little bit longer, trying to squeeze out an extra tick. My average loser as well used to be higher, used to be pretty close to 3 ticks. I've got it down to 2.6. I want to eventually get this down to like, I don't know if it'll ever get to 2, but if I can get down to like 2.2, that'd be fantastic. Looking at this without actually even doing any math, winning 64%, which is essentially 2/3 of your trades, at a higher win amount than the 1/3 that you lose at a lower rate, it's a recipe for success. I'm going to add a little caveat to that in a second, but the point is that my stats, I kind of lean a little heavy on these, and that's why I'm totally cool. Like if a trade is against me 2-3 ticks, just get out. It's just one of those 30%. That's plain and simple. I know that there will be 64% winners, and they will average, 3-4 ticks winners. So if you really want to, do some math on kind of an expectancy type of thing, and I know this is stats light, but if I win 64% of the time, this is over 100 trades. If I was to take 100 trades from this point forward, what would I expect? Well, I expect to win 64% of them, times the 100 trades, times 3.8, my average winner. I expect to make 243 ticks. On the loop, but we need to deduct the losers. I would lose 30% of those trades times the 100 trades times the 2.6 ticks that I lose when I'm in a losing trade. I would lose 78 ticks. So my net is 165. I'm rounding here a little bit. I didn't put in here the break-even ones. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit on commissions. I mean, if you want to like factor that in, knock a few ticks off of this. So instead of 165, maybe it's 160 or 155. Still a winning proposition, right? It's still a recipe for success. So as I was writing this out, I could foresee, call me a fortune teller, I could see somebody saying, well, hey genius, if you're so good at trading, why not just trade like 100 trades a day, and just make your 165 ticks. The reason these numbers, all of these numbers, my win rate, my loss rate, my averages are what they are is because I'm very selective and I only take premium setups. If I just started firing left and right, those numbers completely go out the window because these numbers reflect how I trade. So that's what this says here. Keep in mind, it's only premium setup. So I only take 1 to 5 trades a day, and doing so allows me to maintain these statistics. So I mentioned that here, 1 to 5 trades per day. I cut losers quick. The numbers above are due to being selective. And that ends my TED Talk. The point of this was, I think it's important for more people to maybe think through evaluations and think through their statistics than currently do so. It's somewhat scary because I see people day in and day out say stuff like they signed up for an evaluation and they had no idea there was a consistency rule, or they signed up and they had no idea there was a scaling plan. Guys, it's right, like on any given, trade day aside, any company's website has the rules very cut and dry. There's really not many rules. So I'm a little worried when people can't take the time to like learn the 4 or 5 rules that they need to abide by. I go the opposite way. I sketch it out. I want to think of it in terms of ticks and where do I need to get myself. So I encourage you to kind of do the same. I also encourage you to think long term. I'm seeing more and more, and it's somewhat discouraging, people like the total YOLO mindset. Like, I signed up for 10 accounts, screw it, YOLO, let's get rich today. Like, that is not a long-term plan for success, like whatsoever. And I hate to say it, but when I see those things and people writing them, I automatically chalk them up as, okay, this person isn't going to be around very long because they're just not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed with that kind of mindset. You need to treat this as a business, and you need to treat it, with a bit of thought and planning. And this ends my TED Talk. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to get too preachy. You know what? You guys go do whatever you want. But I've been around the block with all the trader evaluation companies. I've had a lot of success. It's not a brag. I learned a lot of things the hard way. I would hope to pass some of this knowledge on to you guys. Guys, speaking of things I would like to pass along to you, CFT promo 30% off until July 22nd at TradeDay. Guys, to end on a positive note, I had some drawings in a previous video as like a month or two ago, world renowned for my artwork. And if the trading doesn't work out, I'm really hoping I can fall back on my sketching abilities. And as such, I've sketched you a little piece here. This depicts myself holding a Canadian flag with my website. And I'm going to give you a second to guess what this is. We saw it even in this video, guys. This is Jigsaw Day Trader. This is my green and fuchsia setup with the prices and the buys and the sells moving around. So there you go, guys. If trading doesn't work out, look for an NFT of this be available very soon in the near future. But to get back to all seriousness, guys, that sums up me signing up for Trade Day, what it's about. I'm looking forward to it. The approach I take signing up for any evaluation and thinking things through. I encourage you to do that or something similar. Just think it through and what your approach is going to be. And starting tomorrow on Wednesday, probably later in the day each day, but I'll put up a video with my progress. So it won't just be my progress. I'm going to record every single trade I do with Trade Day. So you're kind of getting 2 for 1 because I'm going to walk you through all of my Ultra Bond trades. I'm going to talk you through why I'm entering trades or not entering trades. And then I'll show my progress each and every day, and we're going to pass this thing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being funded by yet another trader evaluation company. Just what I needed, one more account. But I am honestly very excited about Trade Day. I love the fact that they are putting up their own capital. Only company out there putting up their own money. You've seen them on my video. It's their money. I'm going to be trading once funded, or you're going to be trading once funded. Guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging in on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.